In northern Chile, the Atacama Desert is one of the driest places on Earth. Parts of this landscape are so entirely devoid of moisture and life that NASA uses them to test their Mars rovers. But if you look closely at satellite imagery of this alien landscape, you will find an entirely human anomaly. Buried in the sand are massive, sprawling mountains of thousands of tons of discarded clothing. This visualization shows the true scale of our global apparel production, with over 100 billion garments manufactured every single year. Yet, as the volume shrinks down to individual usage, the data reveals that an average piece of clothing is worn only 7 to 10 times before it is permanently discarded. We are a society actively producing enough clothing to dress the next 6 generations, only to bury it in the desert after a few weeks. The obvious question is whether consumers are actively choosing to waste on this scale, or if they are being manipulated by a design system. Curious, analytical. When you scroll through an online feed and spot a heavily discounted item, your brain's reward pathways activate. This triggers a rapid dopamine release, a neurochemical hit of pleasure associated with securing a perceived reward. This exact neurological loop is the biological engine that sustains gambling habits, social media scrolling, and substance dependencies. The modern apparel industry has weaponized this physiological response. Fast fashion operates as a highly effective behavioral engineering system, optimized to hijack human neurology and keep the buyer perpetually chasing the next micro-hit of dopamine. For decades, the clothing industry operated on a slow, predictable rhythm. Designers released collections twice a year, once for the summer, once for the winter. It took 6 full months for a new design to travel from sketchpad to retail store. In 1975, Amancio Ortega opened his first Zara store in Spain and inverted that entire supply chain. He built an industrial model that compressed the 6-month production cycle down to just 15 days, creating 52 distinct micro-seasons a year. The traditional 6-month cycle gave way to Zara's 15-day model, and now SHEIN's algorithms push 10,000 new styles in 3 days. This unyielding speed creates a manufactured urgency. You are forced to buy immediately before the inventory disappears. Brands aggressively fund this anxiety by paying social media influencers to film haul videos, unboxing dozens of cheap items at once. This content normalizes extreme overconsumption, while actively stigmatizing the concept of wearing the same outfit twice. The supply chain has artificially shrunk the average consumer's attention span. You are trained to view a garment as obsolete the moment it has been photographed once, guaranteeing your next purchase is already loading. Sustaining this rapid cycle of cheap production requires massive physical resource extraction, beginning with severe demands on global freshwater. Producing the cotton for a single basic t-shirt requires 2,700 liters of water. The Aral Sea in Central Asia, once the 4th largest lake in the world, was entirely drained to feed regional cotton farming. Today, it is a toxic desert where carcinogenic dust spreads respiratory diseases to the surrounding villages. In Tirupur, India, India's largest garment export center, millions of liters of untreated textile dye and chemical waste are dumped directly into the Noil River, sterilizing the surrounding farmland and poisoning the local groundwater. 60% of modern clothing isn't grown at all. Materials like polyester, nylon, and acrylic are synthetic polymers, which is the technical term for plastic. When you wash these synthetic garments, the mechanical agitation snaps the brittle threads, releasing millions of microscopic plastic fibers into the wastewater system. These microplastics are too small to be caught by municipal filtration plants. They flow into the ocean, enter the food chain, and are found in human blood, liver tissue, and unborn babies. To keep clothing cheap and trends moving fast, the industry relies on the systemic draining of global freshwater and the literal plasticization of human biology. When a trend dies, the physical garment usually ends up in a shipping container bound for markets like Continental and Ghana. Because the vast majority of these clothes are made of poor quality synthetics, they cannot be resold or recycled. They are dumped on beaches and in landfills, where the plastic will sit completely intact for centuries. Governments are beginning to respond to the physical accumulation of this waste. Last year, the French Parliament passed an anti-fast fashion law that applies a strict ecological surcharge to cheap, mass-produced garments based on their environmental impact. The European Union is drafting legislation to ban companies from intentionally destroying unsold inventory and is preparing to introduce a digital product passport that forces brands to disclose the complete environmental history of every item they sell. While legislative friction is starting to slow the supply chain, the biological contamination is already happening. We cannot afford to wait for international parliaments to regulate our closets. Breaking this cycle starts at the point of purchase with a simple individual metric, the 30 wears test. Before buying anything, ask yourself if you will genuinely wear that specific item 30 times. If the answer is no, it is an impulse buy driven by algorithmic marketing. We have to actively reject the manufactured stigma around outfit repeating. Wearing clothes until they wear out is the historical norm. The idea that you need a new look for every social media post is a profitable fiction created by advertisers. This tiered pyramid chart maps out the true cost of your wardrobe materials. At the bottom, in Tier C, are plastics like polyester and nylon that shed microplastics. Tier B contains thirsty crops like standard cotton. To consume responsibly, you have to look toward the top tiers. Up in Tier S, materials like organic linen and hemp represent a sustainable path forward. Hemp requires almost negligible water, uses 0 pesticides, naturally regenerates the soil it grows in, and is entirely biodegradable at the end of its life. Refusing to participate in fast fashion is an active reclamation of your own attention span. By choosing durable materials and wearing them continuously, you break the dopamine loop, starve the algorithms, and stop treating the planet like a disposable commodity.
If this video gave you value, hit the like button, subscribe for more success and wealth-building content, and share this video with someone who's serious about changing their future. I'll see you in the next one.